Ladies and gentlemen, you guys just saw it. Rayquaza is returning to raids, replacing Armor Mewtwo in Pokemon Go. And on top of that, as you guys know, you may encounter a shiny Rayquaza. So yes, everybody has been wanting this to come to the game. It's finally happening. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's your boy, Ladios NYC, and we are here. We're going to take a look at this, and we have to go ahead and go into a Rayquaza raid guide because the mighty dragon in the ozone layer is once more descending to raids to battle us trainers out here. So, if you guys are excited for shiny Rayquaza returning, please smash that like button, hit that like button, comment. Let me know what you guys think of this. And we're going to be talking about this right now, so I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's get into this. So, trainers, Rayquaza is said to have lived for hundreds of millions of years in the ozone layer, descending only to put the clash between Kyogre and Groudon to rest. Seen as the sea basin Pokemon on the continent have both been active recently, it's no surprise that this normally elusive Pokemon has reappeared in their place. Well, I guess they're in special research, so I guess that counts. But yes. Rayquaza is going to be taking over Armor Mewtwo in 5-star raids beginning this Wednesday, July 31st at 1 p.m. until Monday, September 2nd at 1 p.m. PDT. So, we're going to have a full, at least well over a month to be able to do Rayquaza raids. And I will tell you guys right now, I am excited for this because if you guys follow me on YouTube, you guys well know that Rayquaza is the best dragon type Pokemon in the game. We're going to go over Rayquaza, its full stats, and Pokemon to battle against this mighty dragon. So stay tuned for that. And I love Rayquaza. I'm happy it's coming back. So we got to go ahead and talk about this. So Rayquaza is going to be coming in raids from Wednesday, July 31st until Monday, September 2nd. And if your luck soars sky high, you may encounter a shiny Rayquaza. So, ladies and gentlemen, shiny Rayquaza is finally coming to Pokemon Go, and I know everybody in their right mamas is going to be super hyped for this, just like me. I'm excited to see Rayquaza come back. I personally want to get a Hundo Rayquaza. I want to get my shiny as well. It's time, honestly. So, yes. So, and obviously the list here, this dragon and flying type Pokemon legendary is weak to ice, rock, dragon, and fairy. In fact, Rayquaza has a quadruple weakness to ice, so any ice type Pokemon would be really good, obviously. So, may the winds of fortune blow in your favor. Let's go! There you go. So, Rayquaza, I'm really excited for this to be coming back to raids. So, without further ado, as we always do, we're going to go ahead and go on Pokemon Go Hub, talk about Rayquaza, and then we're going to go ahead and go into a guide and talk about the 100% and best Pokemon you can see in Rayquaza and all that fun stuff. So, without further delay, let's go ahead and talk about this mighty dragon. Rayquaza with a max CP of 3,835. Rayquaza is a dual type dragon and flying type with an attack of 284, defense 170, and stamina of 213. If you guys already know, if you guys follow me enough, you guys will well know that Rayquaza is the best dragon type. It is the #1 dragon type attacker in the game, having access to the best moves in the, which is going to be Dragon Tail and Outrage. You guys have seen how powerful this dragon has been. You guys have seen how amazing this Pokemon can perform, even against raids that dragon's name is super effective at. You see Rayquaza put in so much work. So you guys know how good Rayquaza is. So I don't need to keep going on to it. I'm going to show you guys the moves. So move wise, it goes in DPS. Best moveset, obviously, is going to be Dragon Tail Outrage with a DPS of 19.04. So, quick move-wise, it gets Air Slash and Dragon Tail. And for charge moves, it gets Outrage, Aerial Ace, and Ancient Power. So, obviously, the only moveset you ever want on your Rayquaza is going to be the Dragon Tail and Outrage. So, pretty excited stuff. I cannot wait to get my hands on a shiny. Maybe, and I do have 2 lucky friends, which I can actually maybe get a lucky shiny Rayquaza. So I'm definitely going to be planning to get one of those. So really excited for that. So yeah, my thoughts on Rayquaza coming back. I love it. So, and oh yeah, let's go over the weaknesses too, so you guys get an idea. So, as they mentioned before, Rayquaza is weak to Dragon, Fairy, Ice and Rock. And actually, Rayquaza has a double weakness to Ice, being a Dragon and Flying. So Ice types are going to be doing so much damage to this Pokemon. It's not even funny. So just keep that in mind. And then it's going to be quad resisting Grass, Ground, and it's going to also be resisting Bug, Fighting, Fire, and Water. So fantastic Pokemon, really strong, really powerful. Definitely need to get a couple of these. And he's going to be out for well over a month. So even if it doesn't seem like, and honestly, this is a raid boss that I feel like even if when time passes, I still think this is going to be a raid boss worth raiding for. Just because, you know, one, it could be shiny, and two, it's the best dragon type. So a really good Pokemon that you really need to go ahead and get out there and do some raids for. So yeah, I'm really excited for this, honestly. And now we're gonna go ahead and go into a raid guide and talk about the best counters to go up against this dragon type. So I will see you guys there. Alright, you guys, so here we are at the Rayquaza raid guide. It's going to be having a raid boss CP of 49,808. One of the strongest raid bosses you could ever encounter in the tier 5 raids. And as you guys see on your list on your screen here, a 100% IV Rayquaza is going to be 2191, and that's with no weather boost. And if you happen to have windy weather, you're going to be looking for 2739. So 2191 if it's not windy. Otherwise, you're going to be looking for 2739. So obviously, because Rayquaza does have a double weakness to ice, ice types are going to be really good. We're going to definitely need to use some strong ice types to take this thing down. So let's go ahead and go into some counters. But before that, we're just going to do a quick refresher on the moveset. So here we are. They actually went into full detail about it. So here's the stats here. So Rayquaza again is going to have that double weakness to ice, while also picking up a weakness to Dragon, Fairy, and Rock. And it's going to be having the fast moves of Dragon Tail and Air Slash, with the charge moves being Outrage, Aerial Ace, and Ancient Power. So I feel like the hardest ones out of these, I feel like it depends on what Pokemon you're using. I feel like you'll be good no matter what charge move you're facing if you happen to be fighting against Outrage. I feel like, but regardless of these, I think the easiest one will probably be Aerial Ace. But I still think it's going to be putting out a lot of damage, I feel like. And then Ancient Power will give some of the ice types a bit of trouble, which we're going to go over that today. Yeah. So Air Slash is the quick move. It's going to actually be doing the least amount of damage on the quick side. And then charge move wise, I think that the easy one, I think Double Flying will be the easiest moveset to take on. So, and I can tell you guys right now, yes, Rayquaza can easily be taken out with 2 trainers with ice types very easily. So if you have some strong ice types, you can definitely take this thing down. You just have to do some proper relobbing, so just keep that in mind. But Rayquaza will be a strong challenge, but it does go down super quickly to ice, so do keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, let's go into some counters. So, once more, Rayquaza does have the weaknesses is going to be Dragon, Rock, Fairy, and Ice, so keep that in mind. So, the best counters against Rayquaza is going to be the following. The supreme #1 counter is going to be Mamoswine with Powder Snow and Avalanche. Mamoswine is going to be doing the biggest, the most consistent damage you ever want against Rayquaza. So Mamoswine going to be really good against Rayquaza for sure. If you don't have Mamoswine, another fantastic option, it's going to be Glaceon with Frost Breath and Avalanche, and then you have Weavile with Ice Shard and Avalanche. So Weavile and Glaceon are both going to be really good against Rayquaza. Glaceon is actually going to be the easiest ice type you can get your hands on, because it's only going to require 25 candies to evolve an Eevee into Glaceon. And if you guys haven't yet to use Name Trick, you can guarantee you got yourself 1 guaranteed Glaceon. So do keep that in mind if you guys do it, if you guys use that. So, but otherwise, Glaceon is going to be one of the easiest Pokemon to get your hands on for sure in terms of your ice types. And then you also have Weavile, which is a really good monster against Rayquaza for sure. So these are going to be your top contenders for sure. Weavile, Glaceon, and Mamoswine. And then, of course, Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Ice Beam is going to be another fantastic option. While Mewtwo doesn't put out as much damage as the top 3, especially, like, Mamoswine is outclassed, is pretty much outclassing Mewtwo, because Mewtwo does not have a quick ice type move. Mewtwo is still fantastic because it does pack a high attack of 300, and does have a bit more survivability and damage output actually. So it's actually really good. So Mewtwo with Ice Beam, if you guys have it, it's going to be fantastic against Rayquaza. So it's gonna be doing really well. As well as Jinx. Jinx with Frost Breath Avalanche is also not a bad choice, but keep in mind it is a glass cannon, so do keep that in mind if you guys use Jinx. But it's still gonna put out some damage for sure, so keep that in mind. So now going down to the list, we're going down to some more good counters. We have Articuno with Frost Breath and Ice Beam, another good choice here. However, another thing I forgot to mention, Glaceon, Weavile, and Jinx are going to have to watch out for Ancient Power because they're going to be taking super effective damage because they're weak to Ice. However, the only ones that will be able to survive do really well against that set will be Mamoswine and Mewtwo because they're going to be taking neutral damage from the Ancient Power. Mewtwo actually will survive a bit longer than the other contenders for sure, so you keep that in mind. However, Articuno will be double weak to rocks, so you have to keep that in mind as you use Articuno. While Articuno will do really well, you have to watch out for that Ancient Power because it will be doing a lot of damage to your Pokemon, so do keep that in mind. Next up we have is Cloyster with Frost Breath Avalanche. Cloyster's a little bit more tankier, but we'll still be taking super effective damage from that Ancient Power, so keep that in mind. Same goes for Regice. Regice is actually not a bad Pokemon either. However, it is not it's not putting out the most damage, but it is pretty tanky. So if you guys have a Regice, well, Regice will actually be performing decently well against Rayquaza with those ice moves. Same goes for Walrein with Frost Breath and Blizzard. Sorry, but Walrein's not bad. If you don't have anything better, Walrein's not bad. We also have Lapras with Frost Breath and Ice Beam. Really good, really strong Pokemon for sure. Glalie with Frost Breath and Avalanche, not a bad choice either. Then we have Dragonite with Dragon Tail and Outrage, another pretty strong Pokemon here. Porygon Z with Charge Beam and Blizzard, not a bad choice here, especially if you can get a Porygon Z with double Ice. That's going to be really good as well. Frostlass with Powder Snow and Avalanche. Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge. You can also use Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide. Rampardos will also do really well. And then finally we have Rayquaza itself with Dragon Tail and Outrage. So these are some of the Pokemon that they list here that's going to be performing really well. Again, you can also use Rampardos with with Smackdown and Rock Slide. You could even also use Aerodactyl with the newly learned Rock Throw and Rock Slide. Again, you just have to watch out for the Ancient Power as well. So, but it will resist Aerial, so that's not a bad choice either. So, but yeah, guys, there you have it. All the best counters you can use against Rayquaza. So, Rayquaza is going to be out for well over a month, and honestly, I'm pretty excited for this. And the fact that it can actually be shiny now, which is insane. A lot of people have been wanting this for the longest time, and now we're finally getting it. And the best part is that we're actually going to have Rayquaza for well over a month. So definitely take advantage of these raids for sure. I know I'm going to be doing a lot of these raids for sure. So I'm really excited for this. I hope you guys are too. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and work on my teams right now. As far as I'm concerned, Armor Mewtwo and I are finished. So I'm not doing any more Armor Mewtwo's. You guys may be getting one last trio, or if I decide to post that up. Other than that, it's time to say farewell to Armor Mewtwo. It was awesome. The design was insane. But now it's time to say hello to the King of the Dragons, Rayquaza. And honestly, I like it. I'm really excited for this. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? You guys are excited for Rayquaza returning to raids? And with that, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Oh, and one more thing before I go. If you happen to get a shiny Rayquaza, pineapple it because it is a 100% catch rate. So do keep that in mind. So yeah, with that, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.